You're good.
Greetings, everybody. This is Cyntari here. We're going to be playing some Fortune and Glory today, wrapping up that campaign, or that battle that we were having last time, and seeing how far we get today. I am not at my normal computer. I do have my files, but it's all very organized on this system, so we may be winging it a little bit, so strap in and have some fun. As we go to the map, should still be on that map. Yes. Our adventurers were fighting a undead / demonic being known as an Emolith, flanked by 2 flaming skulls. And I believe we're just going to pick right up, right at the beginning, with Koji's turn at the top of the round.
Just as a reminder, there were some actions since we did left mid-action last time. I currently have a retaliatory strike ready, and Pandora has a held action ready.
Yes, indeed. Gotta make Koji big.
You're going to make Koji big. Okay.
No, yeah, once he starts moving. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on him. That's what I was hoping.
I also have a question. What was our ruling on switching weapons?
Depends on how you're getting rid of the first weapon.
All right.
Are you going to sheath it, therefore carefully placing it back into some secure strap on your body, or are you just going to discard it, pick it up later?
Actually, no. I think I'm sticking with the polearm SS.
Okay.
Probably gonna be more than good. But I will be moving. Like that. Basically to get into flanking.
Yeah, so as soon as he starts moving, my Enlarge goes off. And then,
Okay.
poof, big Koji.
I can't enlarge my own token, so I'm gonna need help.
Just taking a quick look here. Alright. You moved around here, so...
I'll show you the exact movement. Do you want me to stop after 1 step?
No, just keep going.
Like those steps there.
Right. Now, when you went behind Elaneiros, considering that there is no... you'll still be within range of his... Okay. So you're moving within his range, you're not leaving it. Good. Just wanted to clarify that. Alright, and what are you doing now?
Well, currently I'm waiting for the enlarge to trigger, since that will trigger on move. But once that has been triggered, I will then make a full attack.
There you go, you're now up to his nipples. He's a bit taller than you. He is a pillar of flame and bones.
And as a reminder, enlarged person adds 1d4 damage, right, Nari?
I believe so. I can quickly check. Size doubles. 1d4 extra damage, yes.
Right, I have added that in. And he's going to get a full attack. $16 to hit.
That hits.
For 12 damage. $25 would also hit for 8 damage.
12 plus 8, 20. Okay.
And now I'm going to utilize the retaliatory strike for last turn because he inflicted damage to someone other than me. Also, he is unwavering marked again.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to place an order, please.
What?
I need
Sounds good.
The
Soundscreen?
family meal deal,
Mike?
and I need.
I'm just going to enjoy this.
Okay, let's see.
The specialty need to be. Just a moment.
I think he's muted himself. Okay.
Alright. So, the Retaliatory Strike is an attack made with advantage and it deals extra damage. At this point, 3 extra damage.
Okay.
I have already added in the 3 extra.
So an extra 16. All right.
Yep. And he is now very marked. And yeah, the Retaliatory Strike is a bonus action for me. So that is all my actions for this turn. Except reaction, but I can't do that at will. So that's my turn.
All right. There it is. I have to pull up some more information. Now I have to find a token. Don't need the template. I need the full thing.
Test. Is it hearing me
Testing.
right now?
Yes.
Yes.
It's muted. That doesn't make any sense.
The flaming skull.
Go figure.
Flaming skull sets down a flaming sphere. And he's going to put it in a non-occupied space. Sorry, I just had to get it out on the map and move it where I needed it to. And it is placed there right next to you and Koji. Ella.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can I move it right away? As a bonus action, you can move the sphere 30 feet. Okay. You can ram it into somebody.
Yeah, you can do that when you summon it.
Alright, so you're being rammed, Ella, forcing you to
Yeah.
make the saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Take 10 fire damage.
Ouchie.
I don't believe you're concentrating on anything, but just take note of that.
Yep.
And this flaming sphere, or flame skull, is going to try to fly away from your spiritual weapon. So I think your spiritual weapon does it get attacks of opportunity?
No.
Okay. And fly 40 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I move back over there. And now it's your turn, Ella.
Yep. Just making sure here. Yeah, okay. So, gonna start off activating my Young Divinity.
Okay.
Twilight Cyntari.
Temporary hit points.
So that's a 30-foot radius.
Unless you're turning undeads.
No.
Oh, so that's still 30 feet, never mind.
That's a huge radius. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so diameter is the whole thing. Radius is half of it. So yes,
Yeah,
30
no,
foot.
I know, but these. I don't remember it being that big.
I don't believe your construct gains any of that.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you moving?
Nope.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action. And moving the sword, the spiritual weapon. I
How fast is
believe
it?
it can occupy the same space as me, right?
Yep, it technically doesn't occupy space at all. It
Yeah.
has no HP or anything.
Oh, I was going to show you guys something. The reserve came out with animated spell tokens.
Oh,
Forgot about that. Yes. Including
spiritual weapon?
animated spiritual weapons.
Hey. Whoa, jeez.
Where's it at? Where the hell did it go?
That is large.
Where did it go? I
That
don't even
is
see it.
cool, is what it is.
Yeah, we
can
can
see
see it, and it's gigantic.
It's huge.
Ella, how much did you upcast that thing?
The answer is yes.
4. I upcast it 4. I don't know what that means.
reload
That's
roll.
what I did.
Funny, apparently it's not showing for me.
It's
It
really
looks
big.
like it's on the map layer
Oh, maybe that's why. Shouldn't have
It
been.
shouldn't be
because
I
it's
don't see
cycling
the-
under the tokens.
It's cycling under the tokens, but it's not under the grid.
Yeah, it's over the grid.
So
I
it
see
should be
it.
on the token layer. It's just
Yes,
really,
I see it
really
now.
big.
They got different animations too.
That's cool.
They have one where it's hacking away at something, or it's just spinning in place in a more neutral fashion. They have scythes, they have glaives, and swords. Like, here's this thing. Just going absolutely batshit crazy.
That is good for the Wall of Blades spell, I think.
And there's this one. It's more of a spiritual one. Just kind of hacking away.
Sure.
Ella chooses that one.
Or there's the much more neutral. It just rotates.
Oh, I'd rather have that one. The other ones are kind of distracting. Can you turn it upside down, or whatever it's called, sideways?
Yeah, rotate it 90 degrees.
Oh, that
Be
works
vertical.
too. That's fine too.
It's controlled by you now.
Awesome. Then I will delete this one.
You need to put that ore back on it so you see it again. There you go. That was in the new reserve. I got a whole bunch of animated tokens. It's cool.
Yeah, nice.
None of which I will ever need.
Okay, there we go. So, When it moves, I get to do an attack against this guy.
Okay.
Oh, I have so many attacks in here. Where is... There it is. You. Does that hit 14?
No, it does. Unfortunately, doesn't.
And I don't think it's flanking. No, it doesn't benefit from that anyways.
It would be flanking. I mean, Arch is fairly threatening, aren't you, Arch? Rawr. Oh, his war cry is cluck cluck. Forgot.
No, bok bok bakok.
Did you just say
Jeez,
that the
okay.
wizard goes roar?
All right,
But we're
and
Team Beef.
we're Team Beef and the Nerd.
The wizard
So
goes
that
moo.
is Ela's turn, and then they get a bit of temp hit points.
All right, you need to make a dexterity saving throw for ending your turn next to the sphere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll the temp hit points first.
That's fine.
There, and dexterity saving throw.
You succeeded. You don't take any damage.
Oh,
Or half as much. Half as much is right.
half as much. So, Hemech.
Half of 9 rounded down. I think.
4.
Is it down? Arch, you have a
Rounded
flaming.
down.
Are we rounding down? Does it round down on saves?
It is rounded down in general.
Okay. Arch, it's your turn.
Okay. First and foremost, Arch is going to use his bonus action to Misty Step
Okay.
up here.
Okay, so you're on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any advanced actions from you would probably require a acrobatics or athletics check to keep your balance. Just a note. It would be a very steep roof. But you're there.
I'll put myself up towards the top so I can straddle the point.
Straddle it.
Mm-hmm.
However it works for you.
Can you... Sorry, can you make it so others can see my aura?
Yes, I can.
I think that's a valid thing.
Your aura is now visible to all.
Thank
The
you.
aura of soothing nightlight?
Mm-hmm. It's an aura of twilight light.
Yeah.
That pale light that exists in the
So I'm
waning
currently
hours.
trying to dim the light of all these flames.
So remind me if you could. Have I hit these flaming skulls at all
Yes,
with fire?
they do. No, you haven't tried to hit them with fire, but they do have damage on them. I think some axes are thrown at them.
Okay, and I want to say I don't think I've hit this guy with fire yet either. Correct.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I have an assumption as such, but the literal only thing I can do right now is firebolt. So I am going to do so. And I think I'll throw it at the big guy just for grins and giggles. Even though
Okay.
I'm sure he's immune, I'm going to do it anyways.
You don't hit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's my turn.
You burned out your wand of magic missile, didn't you? Down to 1.
It's down to 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And the only reason I didn't cast magic missiles was because I already cast a spell this turn.
Right. All right, your firebolt goes wide. And that will be all for you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Patches, what would you like to do?
Well, first I'm gonna take a step back, which I think would still be within this range and not provoke. That'd be great.
Give me... the spacing's been weird for me since they made the rules change. I mean, that is 10 feet.
In short,
Yes.
everything's a square.
Okay. You're still within range.
Beautiful. Then I'm going to use Quicken spell to cast Mage Armor on myself, making my
Alright.
AC jump up from 12 to 15 instead, which I think might be useful right now. And then, because that Mage Armor would then be a bonus action instead. So for my action, I will cast Chill Touch on the big guy. Does a 27 hit it?
Yes, it does. It takes no damage, or it is
Aw.
immune to necrotic, but the effect still, I think the effect still happens.
Hmm.
So it can't
Well,
gain
then
any hit
it
points.
can't gain any HP, yeah. At
And
least
it
that's
also has
something.
disadvantage on its attack rolls until you end your next turn.
If it's an undead.
Oh, it's a demon, right. It's one of those in-between animals, but it's technically a demon.
Do I notice that it doesn't take damage?
It has no reaction to the hand, even though the hand is clinging to it.
Well, in that case, out loud, I'm gonna basically just yell, "Well, that did nothing! No necrotic, guys!" And that's my turn.
Arkken Ironrunner.
Well, good thing I don't deal in all that magical stuff. So, starting off my turn, let us see. I am going to designate him as my Slayer's Prey. With my bonus action. And then I'm gonna start throwing. Hiya! And so since do I hit on 22?
Yes, you do.
Perfect, then he
10
gets
damage.
Slayer's Prey and Favored Foe. And then extra attack. Hiya! I don't think that hits.
It does not.
Alright. I'm going to take the opportunity to move a bit. And go over yonder way. And that's my turn.
Do 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 do.
Yay.
Alright.
Oh, and for the cat. I forgot.
Okay. There's now a flaming sphere next to you, Arch. As the flaming skull that is quite literally next to you drops one on the roof. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw because you're getting rammed by it.
Could I make an argument that he wouldn't have line of sight to put it there?
He's flying.
So it's not a good argument, but I can still make it.
He's sorry.
Dexter-
Yes, these flaming skulls are flying.
Dexterity, you said?
Dexterity.
You don't have line of sight. I'm blocking the line of sight with my body.
Take 6 points of fire damage. As you succeeded, but you take half.
Okay.
And he is going to go over there. So this thing is amalgamation of bones, fire, and demonic undead energy. It has been beaten, bloodied. Well, not really bloodied, it has no blood. Been beaten and battered and torn to pieces by all your constant attacks, notably from your physical sources, Koji and Arkken putting in some work on this bad boy. This form begins to dissolve and break apart. The coalescing energies inside of it are being released in a massive wave of fire. And what is the range on that? Let's measure that.
500 feet.
It just says 3 grid coordinates.
3 clicks? What's a click? So everybody that's not Arch needs to make a saving throw. Dexterity.
Oh, it's not supposed to be an advantage.
Includes use patches. Okay, Arkken and Pandora made their save. Everybody takes 14 points of fire damage. 7 for those who saved. As that rolled incredibly low. And the creature
Almost got all
detonates.
2s. That's kind of impressive.
Mm-hmm. I'm very sad by that roll.
Almost a Yahtzee.
I can understand why you're sad by that roll, but still.
Ooh, it blew up.
Yeah, it disintegrated. You dealt like over 200 points of damage to this thing. It's dead.
What are the flame skulls doing by now?
Retreating. They served their purpose. Oh, yeah, the map layer does go. Boop. Technically didn't exist anymore, to be honest. Even the bones that comprised him have decorporealized as he's been sent back to his plane of existence.
The skulls are still there and need to be dealt with?
The skulls are still there. Yeah, you can do something about them as you wish, but they are retreating. They've moved their full move after dropping flaming spheres. They're just going away now.
How high up in the air are they, if at all?
They're about 30 feet up.
Yeah, I don't think I can reach them with any of my melee weapons.
Throw.
They're not exactly melee fighters, so they try to keep their distance.
Can I try to make a jump at one?
Sure. Just be noted that if you try to make a running jump, there will be an impact against a building that's right behind them.
Understandable.
There's a
Or
cart
could
here you could
do
try
it.
to jump off of. Or
You know
like a fence or something. Yeah, it's a fence. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try that. It sounds cool. Let's do that.
I would suggest
The
the
building's
post and
already
not the-
damaged, so
What did you say?
I would try the fence post, not the railing. Might be stronger for your foot. Massive man. It's an athletics check.
Like that, and you're gonna get an athletics check. Does the
Mhm.
fact that I'm big change anything with that?
The success the threshold on success to reach them is much lower, considering you're taller and therefore your weapon's longer, and it is a glaive.
Yeah.
You're going to have a really good chance of hitting them. If you fail, however, there's a good chance of you impacting a wall.
Yeah.
You succeed. Make one attack.
Gonna be against the northern guy.
Okay. This dude here. Yes, sir. You hit and deal 15 points of damage. And what's an extra 1 for? Large.
Yeah, that's just for being large. It has 1d4. And that's it. Just making sure they're running.
Well, you broke his skull quite a bit, and flames leaking out the top of it in ways he doesn't really enjoy. But what do undead enjoy, truly?
Death, I imagine?
Mm-hmm. And fire in this case. Alright. You manage to land. You hit the wall, but you don't slam into it. Just more like an athlete hitting like a They ran
Quick-
too hard and they just bumped into a wall.
Quick question: do they need to do concentration checks for their flaming spheres?
This one does. Yes, and that's the one that threw it on you. Is it a concentration? Yes. And that would be +0. No, +2. It's Constitution. Constitution. They fail, and this one disappears. There's a nice scorch mark on the tile where that was. And they're going to continue screwing off. If you're not going to give chase to these things, they have 40 feet of flying movement.
Yeah, no.
Ela is gonna change. Chase.
Oh. Go for it.
Attack of opportunity.
He's out of range. He had to jump to reach them.
Yeah, it was a jumping attack. I'm not flying as much as I wish to be.
All right, Elle, since you're going to be chasing after them, go right ahead. Move the other one for some reason. A little too early.
Ela is gonna start walking on air.
Walking on here. Wind beneath your feet. There's 15.
So 15 up, 15 over.
Okay.
That's some steep
And-
stairs.
This guy over here,
Yeah. What about that guy over there? Guiding bolt. It hits. Holy shit.
25 radiant. You're not getting away.
That seriously screwed it up. Wow. Its form is broken and brittle. Its skull cavity or its brain cage, whatever, is lined with way more cracks, and fire is splitting out from each crack. And it seems enraged / frightened. But you can't really tell. Maybe that's just your imagination from this distance. Arch.
All right,
I
I'm
forgot
I'm gonna do magic missile.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do 2 darts to each one of them because I'm gonna cast it at higher level.
Yeah, I didn't move it. I know. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Good lord, that's awful.
7 points of damage to this close one right here.
No, so it would be 2,
11.
3, 4. Hold on, because I sent 2 to each one. So the first one's getting 2, 3, 5. So the first one gets 5, and the second one gets 1, 2, 6.
So the far one gets 6 and the close one gets 5.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Ella, you can see that the remains of this creature up here have broken apart and have settled onto the roof of this building. Arch gains temporary hit points. Patches.
Yeah. I am going to fire 3 glowing darts of magical force, aka magic missile, at this bugger.
Okay.
not work with me. Your laptop, please. Here it is. So there's 1,
One.
2, 3.
So 12.
11.
11. And then I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. So it is broken and splitting apart, and flames are shooting out of its brain cage.
Beautiful.
Arkken Ironrunner.
Alrighty then. So that thing is at least 30 feet up. I can get within my short range. That is beautiful. Getting up, close, and personal. Well, as much as I can. Hiya!
Hits. It
Beautiful.
breaks apart. Your axe actually goes straight through it. The green flame enveloping your axe as it passes through. And the creature's remains fall to the ground. A
Nice.
scattering of ashes and bones.
Cool. Alright, that seems to be everything.
Yes, it seems to be that the demonic presence and the undead have been settled. The rest of the
Put me
undead.
down. It is very high up here.
I drop and
Right,
large
right.
immediately.
Oh, god damn it.
Do you?
Yes.
Alright, Koji.
Hmm.
Take my hand.
Right, you're flying.
Okay. I take his hand.
And Princess carry down to the ground.
And you're down the ground arch.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
You know exactly what happened.
We all know exactly what happened.
I mean, that entirely depends on their bluff and your insight.
Or his knowledge about how large works.
Yeah, I was like, I'm willing to bet I could argue for an Arcana in that spot. And
Honestly, I don't think it is even based on Arcana. I think it's more based on how you know Pandora.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Appreciate the enlargement during combat. That was a leg up.
Can we do something about the flames?
I can start getting buckets.
Can someone make it rain?
Arch?
what?
You're the big magic guy.
Uh-huh.
Don't you know how to make it rain?
Nope.
Guess you need to
Ice
study a bit
spells?
harder.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you through the fireballs I counterspelled to keep you alive. Can you speak up?
Meow.
What I thought. I need a nap.
So, I'm just revealing the map.
Hey, look, we walked by 21 uncared for treasure chests.
Be right back.
His food's here. The food we heard him order.
The
He
family
better
meal deal.
share. Well, should
And
we...
to note, this is the wall of Sunset Hill.
Nice.
Cool. Should we run back and get some help?
I mean, I'm curious how the guards are doing.
Yes, we probably should. Also, maybe look for survivors in the burning buildings. I'm gonna start doing that.
I'm
Okay?
gonna help.
Roll investigation.
I mean, I'm not exactly capable of carrying a person.
Four.
You search across many buildings, but it seems, to your eyes, anybody who might have been occupied in these buildings due to the damage likely got turned into undead or killed. Elaneiros, you're able to find a couple people huddled down into a back room of one of the outbuildings out towards the side of the area. Seems to be a lucky case for them. Arkken, you're able to find a couple more people huddled down.
Yeah. Let's move them out.
Thaumaturgy to call for people is actually not a bad shout.
Cause flames to brighten, flicker, or dim, but it doesn't actually produce the flame. You just make the flame less bright.
No, it's Paul.
I-
Booming voice.
That's not the use.
Yeah. It says your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. I think that's the one.
Yep.
You turn yourself
Trying
into a
to-
loudspeaker.
Trying to yell for survivors to make note.
Like a loudspeaker, it just immediately gets feedback every time it's talked. I'm sorry, guys.
Someone's Nokia is too close.
You walk up to him, start tapping on his cheek, and hear a thunk, thunk, thunk. Dumb jokes are dumb. Alright. As the scene settles down, the fires rage, you guys search for people. Ella, you use your voice to yell for survivors, which brings out a few more individuals. People are hurt, injured. Several, at one point, Koji and Arkken are having to dig somebody out who got pinned by fallen beams from burning buildings. Lucky to be alive, considering they could have been turned into undead. All in all, you rescue about 6 to 8 people. About this time, the fires are beginning to roar a bit more, and you're going to need to get more help. Do you choose to go back and get help, or do you try to find a source for your problem, a solution for your problem here by yourself? There is a well over here if you so choose.
I think regrouping and organizing with the rest of the force at this point is probably the best idea.
Yeah.
We just need to send a runner. The rest of us can stay here.
Well, who's fastest?
Probably the cat, but I don't think people are gonna listen to it.
I'd honestly say you, Ella. You have a way with words. More so than any of us, I think.
Well, I'm also the healer, so
True.
if we
All
find
right,
people
I'm-
in critical condition,
I'm the scout. I'm pretty quick. I'll go. And Arkken runs off towards where the guards were last seen.
You run off to the guards, and you find yourself talking to the city guard captain, and as the Purple Dragon Knight commander and Harwill are not there at the front lines anymore, where the ballistas were. What do you say?
All right, so we seem to have been dealt with the problem from earlier that's been spawning all the undeads and skeletons and such. At least here in the city, though everything is still burning.
That's good. Thank you so much. With the fires, yes, we'll have to get them under control. We have a fire brigade been waiting. We'll send them in right now, and a group of men and women who are dressed in thick leathers begin bringing out equipment, pumps, hand pumps, and buckets, and all sorts of ladders and equipment, hatchets, axes, in order to deal with the fire and dismantle any thing that needs to be broken down in order to save people or separate burning embers, burning sections from healthy sections and stuff like that. All very much very much a task force that was designed for this purpose. Now that they have the ability to go in, they are. They begin organizing and coordinating what fires need to be put out first. There seems to be a bit of a prioritization, triage effort going on, what buildings actually can be saved. Some important buildings, historical buildings, such as the one behind you, being prioritized over many other ones. The gates, such as this right here, obviously being saved because it needs to be held secure against the ongoing attack. Elaneiros,
Yeah.
you start coordinating the healing effort as you're the first one on scene and an actual healer. The priests aren't there yet. They're tending others in the back, the injured who were able to make it out during the initial assault. When they start showing up minutes later, things have been, fires are starting to die down as the coordinated efforts from the hoses and the hand pumps from the wells and the buckets of water they're bringing up allow them to bring everything underneath control. Don't have this written down anywhere. Who has a passive perception over 15?
I have 15.
Yeah, 15 and higher.
Sadly, only 14. So
You notice that the magical shield that's was up stopping the incoming rounds of fire shot and actual maybe fireballs has stopped. Whatever was fueling that attack or causing that attack has either expended itself, no more magical energy, or they're holding off for time being to prepare for another future attack. You can only surmise that the magical shield is gone, but without the impacts helping highlight that it existed, it's hard to tell in the night sky. Arch and Pandora, you will also notice that you have that as well. Arch, you likely can surmise that in order to save their energy, the war wizards who were forming a circle to project that shell up above the city have stopped holding it because it's a massive amount of effort and energy to do so, even as a group. Archer, your use of prestidigitation helps quite a bit in taming down flames to make their efforts to douse them a lot more easy. Your aura vitality is really put to good use as they bring people to you, and they're immediately healed within range of you. At least, what was that, 10 people? Which brings them out of, like you're saying on death's door, brings a lot of the really injured people who might not survive the night back to stable. You are commended for your efforts, and the captain of the guard waves you over as a group. Thank you. I can't begin to express the amount of relief that we had somebody able to go in there and deal with this. The Purple Dragon Commander didn't want to engage in this, and I'll have words with him later about this. Prioritization of his forces is not my purview, but the sanctity of this, the safety of this town was at risk, and he was unwilling to engage. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing this.
Did he have to say why he wasn't willing to engage? Because that seems fairly suspicious, does it not?
Something about reserving his forces for another action. He wasn't safe further, because, as he put it, it's not his place to know the Purple Dragon's business.
Yes, but I may make it mine. Which commander was this?
Commander Cauldron.
The name does sound familiar. Is it someone we've encountered before?
No. As a GM, this is me answering no.
Right.
Do you know where he's at currently? Because I would dearly like to know why some of the most powerful people in the city decided not to help save the citizens whose taxes pay for his pretty purple armor.
Typing 1 second. He would probably be back at the barracks with his planning team, coordinating whatever they're coordinating in regards to this siege. Apparently he thinks that the safety of his actual town and the inside of it are my concern, while his concern is the walls and the outside. That's the impression I get. I have more to attend to. Please, come find me later. I wish to thank you as much as I can.
We'll see.
Do
We will.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Is there anything we can do in the meantime? It doesn't feel
Yes.
right just sitting around.
No, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get some rest because we may have need of you later. Let us take over here and get this cleaned up. And maybe we won't, when we do need you, we'll be at full force.
All right.
Do we see Harwell anywhere?
No, but he, if you recall, he did say that when after he sent you in there, he had to rejoin the spell circle in order to power the shell.
Okay.
So he's likely with them, and who knows what his state is because that attack was fierce. What would you guys like to do?
It's still probably pretty early in the day now, right?
It's it was evening. You got woken up in the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
Morning time, so the sun is beginning to rise. You're seeing the orange fringes of dawn appearing on the horizon. Well, you would if you were above the walls. But you can see the effect on the sky brightening.
I need a drink and a mending spell.
Well, I can fix one of those. Pulls out his water skin.
Oh, I hope you had a sewing kit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What of yours is broken?
One of those skulls dropped a fireball on top of me, and I don't appreciate it. My shoes, they're crunchy now.
Yeah, I don't think a common repair kit's gonna help with that one.
But they're crunchy.
Try biting them; they might be tasty.
But they're crunchy.
I would offer you my spare shoes, but I'll wear any.
I have a whetstone, cotton cloth, and a vial of oil. Will any of
Look,
that help you?
I just need a mending spell. Like I said. I'll have Reginald continue to do his circling thing as we head back to wherever it is we're gonna.
Reginald doesn't report anything unusual, as there's nothing unusual to see. Just activity related to putting out the fires and helping people. Yeah. So it's just the aftermath, the recovery of whatever buildings can be recovered, and talking about rebuilding and things like that. And
Oh, I didn't mean to click on that.
okay, so you guys gonna go back to the tavern that you've rented?
Yep, that's what Arch is going to suggest, anyways.
All right.
I don't like resting during a crisis, but he is right.
We do at least need to be partially efficient in case we need to run into something like that again.
Okay. So you guys go back to the tavern, making your way through the crowds of rescuers and victims and physicians who are helping those. I believe you were at the, I'm trying to remember the name of the inn that you were at. It was like the Laughing Monk.
Sounds correct.
And you get back in there, and everybody's pretty shaken up as they've heard about the attack. They see you beaten and battered and bloodied and burned, but for the most part healthy. Let's go move this to, okay, where did that go? Do I not? Oh, there it is. Go back to the overview of the town as we talk.
What a nice town.
What happened out there? Says the innkeeper. You guys okay? Were you involved?
Well, we at least did our best to minimize problems.
And by minimize them, we killed lots of things that were already dead. That doesn't make sense. Let me try again. There were burning skeleton demon things, and we killed them. And now there's no more burning skeleton demon things. And that's good. I would like a sandwich.
That is indeed minimizing. Also, I don't have a sandwich, but I do have a ration here.
No, I don't want your ration. We are in the end. They have mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches, and they are delicious. And I would like a sandwich. Hence, me asking for a sandwich. I wanted a
Well,
ration.
it's all right, young master.
I
Calm
would have
down.
asked for a sandwich, or for a ration.
Young master, it's okay. It's obviously you're tired. Why don't you sit down here? I'll pour you some beer, and I'll whip you up a sandwich, all right?
Water, please. I don't drink.
He gives you a weird
Messes
look.
with us. It can interfere with the enunciation required for accurate spellcasting. And since there's no guarantee that we won't have another giant fire demon pop out outside your door, you don't want me inebriated because the incantations are important.
The instant thought I had was a school of magic known as drunken casting.
It can't be counterspelled because not even you know what you're saying. It's adjacent to wild magic.
You don't pick a specific spell, you just pick a spell level and roll a random spell of that level.
Yeah, roll a die to see what happens.
The
From
more-
table. Oh. Jeez, man. Some of those levels. Here, I'll heal him. Death though.
Oh,
Crap. That didn't work out well at all.
Well,
I'm
it
going to
seems,
teleport us. Disintegrate.
well, it seems you're upcasting magic missiles to 9th level. Enjoy.
You have no.
Hey,
You have.
guaranteed damage.
You instantly fail all concentration checks, and even at the end of your turn, you're forced to roll. Oh goodness.
Anyway.
Yes. So he sets you down water. He gets it from a keg, sets it down in front of you, and it looks crystal clear. And his cook in the back brings out a plate full of mutton and bread and lettuce and tomatoes and a knife. He's like, I assume all of you wanted some, so I just had him bring out to make them yourself. That's on the house, please, for our heroes.
Excellent. Since it's on the house, I will gladly pay for it. And he slaps a gold down and begins to make sandwiches.
Does he not know what on the house means?
I know what it means.
Don't worry about him. He's just a little weird sometimes. We still appreciate it.
Sometimes.
All right, you're a little weird all the time, Arch.
Thank you. I like to be acknowledged.
You're quite welcome.
Except for by the fire guys. I need spell scrolls.
Oh, if you need spell scrolls, you can go down to Otho's place. Othez's place.
Otho?
He's already got like a sandwich made. He hands one to Arkken, and he's got already like half of a mouthful. And he goes, "I hope we're gonna go to that place when we're done eating a sandwich."
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Sounds
look
good.
at you prioritizing eating. That's nice.
I'm hungry.
You actually feel hunger now. Such progress.
Well, I don't have something to read right now. Thank you very much.
I'm just teasing
Where's
you.
Pandora at the moment?
Nowhere to be seen.
Wait. Where's the cat?
You were sure she was there with you, or at least you're pretty sure she was there with you when you got into the building. Now she's gone.
Off doing cat stuff.
Cat! Cat!
I'll go look for them. I imagine they might be in one of the rooms. And I go look for them.
Okay, let's hold there. You mind if we're just going to go ahead and talk about your stuff right now, Nari?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you go looking for them, your newfound friends, you slink into the place you found in the wall where you could, a little hole, like gap, where you could slip in between the walls. You do it again, and you slink back in through the little hidden passageway that you found before, and into the back hidden secret room where you met your friends.
Yes.
And they're not there, but there is a
Aw.
note on the table.
Okay.
As you search around for any evidence of where they might have been, they left you a note.
Me specifically. Oh, that's nice of them.
The note reads, Pandora, we had to move. More information has come up. We will find you before you leave the city. We know that you're leaving the city soon on a mission for the War Wizards. We will find you. We have something that we must ask of you. Something related to the last conversations we had. I don't wish to write down more in case somebody else finds this letter. But trust us, we will find you before you leave.
Gonna kind of paw at the note. Well, okay then. And then we're gonna go back and lay on Arch's bed.
Okay.
Just kind of curl up into a little ball.
As they were dealing with the food, that's how long it took for him to find you. As soon as he opens the door to Arch's room, there you are.
Ah!
Right. You seem to be sleeping. Enjoy your nap. If you want, there's food.
No, this is important. Cat, wake up.
Oh, you followed me.
What? What
We're
do you
going-
want, chicken lover?
We're going to... Well, I mean, I'd say enthusiast more than lover. Lover has different connotations. Anyways, we're going to a magic place to buy magic things, potentially. Do you need anything?
I'd like some milk.
I don't think
let-
magic milk is possible. How about a cape your size?
I mean,
Why would I want a cape?
to
If it's
accentuate
magic?
your eyes.
No.
We could get our boots.
What?
Haha.
I'm
All right,
I'm
well,
not that
look.
weirdo from the fairy tale.
Okay,
I don't
here's
need
the thing.
boots.
I'm trying to be nice. And you were helpful, and you helped save my friends. And
And you
you're
my
kind of
life
my
a couple
friend.
times. Wait, whoa,
and
whoa, whoa! What was that?
I didn't say anything. So we're gonna
Yeah,
go
you
get
did.
supplies. No, and you're.
Yeah, you better say it out loud.
I didn't say
Come
anything.
on.
But
Come
we're
on.
going. Yeah, you helped me out. Okay. All right. You're kind
Mhm.
of one of my friends too. So, anyways, going to the shop. Do you need any reagents? Can you learn stuff from spell scrolls?
I don't really know how this works. It was kind of like someone from Saloon was like, "Hey, you do magic now." So,
Oh, okay. Divine magic. Do
well,
any of your
not
spells require you to have
really.
something? Like a, specific type of field mouse or a favorite ball of yarn?
Uh, no, I got this. She gestures towards the little collar she's wearing.
Ah, that is your divine focus then. Haha, I'm aware. Any of your spells require material components?
Uh, let me think.
While she's thinking, Arch does
Um,
take out his spell book, and there's a section in the back where he can put notes to himself. He writes note: figure out magic milk. Purpose? Question mark. Temperature? Question mark. Question mark.
I
Source? Question mark.
Cat milk.
It's dragon milk. It's very
so
dangerous.
I
Hard.
don't have
I got
anything
nipples,
that
fucker.
has
Can you milk me?
I don't have anything that has paid magical materials, so nothing that's being consumed. So I think I'm good.
All right. Do you prefer your milk warm or cold?
Hold.
Excellent. All right. Arch is going to go back downstairs, and he's going to put another gold on the table. Yes. Up in my room, oddly, there's a cat, and that cat would like some cold milk, please.
He pauses at the unusual request. Yeah, sure, certainly, heroes, certainly.
Is Koji
Heroes.
still there? Or did Koji also walk away?
He, unless you specifically asked him to stay, he would have left when the others went down. Because
I mean, I
he-
think I
he-
would have. Yeah,
sorry.
I would have.
All right.
So, Koji, you
Yeah.
heard that too, right? He said I'm his friend.
That he did.
I'm unsure how to feel about that.
Do you not want to be his friend?
I mean, he has some kind of dislike for hats in general, and then I'm his friend, and that's kind of weird.
I think that's called growing. On his part.
Would he let me eat chicken now?
I mean, probably. Probably not every chicken you see, but probably chicken, yes.
How about that bird he keeps around?
I don't think so.
Do you think he will even let me close to it now?
I mean, you can always try and ask him. To my understanding, it's some sort of magic thingy-majig.
Yeah, something called a familiar, something I used to be.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And that's why I was weirded out that I couldn't even get close to the bird. It's not a real bird.
I think it's just that he still don't want it ate or dead.
Who says I'm gonna do that?
Are you gonna do that?
No! Honestly, that would be more akin to cannibalism than anything else.
All right. Maybe try telling him that.
I mean, now that he's apparently my friend, I might be able to ask him stuff and he would give a serious answer.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
That he would now maybe give a serious answer whenever Pandora asks something, because now they're friends.
I mean, you can always try. He's very straightforward. So long as you're straightforward with him, things are gonna be fine. Just don't get all snarky or talk in riddles. He seems the type who prefer things directly.
Are you all going to that shop? Am I gonna be left alone here, or what?
I believe that is the plan, yes. And are you sure you don't want anything? I mean, I'm quite enjoying my magical weapons. Is there something a magic casting cat could use?
I have not a clue, so... You know what? Pandora gets up, hops onto Koji's shoulder. I'll just come with.
Alright. By the way, Koji's still at 12 health, so he's quite wounded.
Claws dig in, you die.
Ugh.
No,
You could have asked Ela for some healing.
When I
I-
notice him flinch,
Probably
I
gonna ask for it
am-
once we're down, because originally I thought we were gonna be resting now, but if we're going out, then no, he will
There you
ask
go.
Ela.
This does count as a short rest. You're doing nothing physical.
yeah.
You're not
As soon
exerting
as I
yourself.
see him
No
flinch
chores.
when I jump on his shoulder, I will cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you. Do we roll hit die now?
You can, as you're leaving. Took time to eat. Took time to have your conversation.
I'm just gonna be lounging on Koji's shoulders.
And after all that,
Kinda.
not. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be kind of like a scarf.
Nice. Yeah, you guys were in no real hurry to do anything too active after this. You know, you're resting, recuperating all of your energies, and you're getting your stamina back, stuff like that. So you would have taken some time to recuperate. So that's all those dice are perfectly fine. Okay. You guys walk down the streets towards the innkeeper gives you directions. It's just down the street to the left in a little corner shop. Takes you about 5 minutes to get there. Sunset Hill is not too big of a town, even though it is fortified and well guarded. It says Otho scrolls and other magical accoutrements. And as you look at it, there is a large amount of reading material in there in the form of scrolls. There is a magical section and a non-magical section. That non-magical section is slightly larger than the magical section. And as you enter in, you get a further good look of the shop. The magical accoutrements and objet d'art and various itemry is in a glass case that serves as his counter. Welcome to Orthez' shop. Please come in, peruse as you want, but please do not take without paying. Orthez dislikes thieves.
I'm gonna hop onto the counter and just plant my butt right there.
Suction cups right to the glass.
Exactly.
She sits up here, distinct pop.
What the fuck?
And then I'm just gonna stare at
That's,
the.
That is a very uncomfortable thought.
What spell scrolls do you have? Spells level 1, 2, and 3, please.
Oh, we have them all available right there. Anything higher level than that, you will have to ask for behind the shelf. Oh, and also the flashy evocation spells are also behind the shelf. I had an incident with a fidgety gnome. He grabbed a fireball off of the shelf, and I had to counterspell so quickly it just gave me a headache for the rest of the day.
Is there a discount for someone who saved your city from burning down to the ground?
I do. Perhaps you have to have proof of these. You come in here and make claims like this, and you'd expect a discount. I do not think so.
I look out the window. Is there any of the soldiers out there?
There's a. Give me a percentile dice, and give me high or low.
Always high. Ha ha!
No. If you have done such things, then the story has not spread, and Orthez has not heard of it.
It was like an hour ago. Did you go anywhere in the last hour?
I heard some things, and I decided, you know what? I'll just stay inside my shop. Maybe somebody needs
Did you hear the really loud lightning bolt go off and rattle all the windows?
Yes, that scared me. I did not like that at all.
Yes, that was me killing the things coming to burn your shop down.
Oh, that was you making the sound that made me so scared. No, I did not like that.
What would have been scarier, that thunderbolt or the 3 or 4 flaming skeletons that were on the way to here?
Do you have proof of such things? You make these claims. I have not heard these things.
Do you have proof I didn't?
You're going to go in circles here. Do you want scrolls or not?
I like circles.
Would you trust a talking cat to tell the truth?
My heart, not so. Orthez does not like being startled.
Oh, do
My
you need
apologies.
Healing? No, unless you can heal a broken heart. The doctors say I'm weak.
Then.
No, we didn't bring alcohol with us.
Right, Ella. I'll burst open the chest case. You get the healing spell ready.
Okay.
Right. So how much are the scrolls? I'm specifically looking for Ice Knife and Tasha's Mind Whip.
I have both of these things. Yes. You want one of each? And he pulls them out and sets them down on the counter.
If I can afford them, yes.
Oh, if you can afford them. He looks you up and down.
We asking how much do they cost?
Who has the spells cost? No, I don't have that list. Wrong on my links. Anybody got that?
I don't have it super handy.
Yes, that's not handy at all for me either. I'm on the wrong computer.
Mr. Othez, you didn't answer my question. Would you believe me?
I believe a talking cat. If it weren't for the laws of Quartermeat, I would shoo you out of my shop. Please, you've given me such a heart attack already.
Would it help any if you knew they were also very proficient spellcaster?
I don't think that is possible, cat learning spells. You make up stories. You come in here and say you're the hero of the city.
I cast Mage Hand.
I must sit down now. I'm beginning to regret loading into my shop.
Your nerves are this rickety, and you say you counterspelled a firewall?
Which is why they gave me a headache for an hour.
Well, you know what? I'll see myself out.
And I'm going to use the Mage Hand to pick me up by the scruff of my neck, and then I'm going to make it move me to the door.
Don't know if that's possible.
Yes, because I weigh less than 10 pounds.
I'm just reminded of the Wheel of Time describing trying to fly by lifting yourself. It'd be like putting yourself in a basket and then pulling on the handles. It's not exactly going to work. Thank you, Soundscream. I'm reading through it right now.
Well, Mage Hand can hold up to 10 pounds, I believe, and I weigh 8.3 pounds. So it can pick me up.
Yep. So one cast of Toll the Dead coming up.
And then I'm just gonna plop myself down back at the
And
door.
he's already taken damage from heart attacks.
Already has one foot in the grave. Might as well get both of them in there.
He still complains the entire time about how it's giving him a heart attack on his nerves. So that one, that's magic items. These are scrolled rarity. Okay. Oh, that's scribing spell cost. Okay, I was confused by you had days and weeks. Okay. Ice Knife is level 2.
Ice Knife is 1.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
First
Koji,
level
wish to-
conjuration.
All right. He will charge you. Gosh. He'll charge you 50 gold for that one. And Tasha's Mind Whip is also level 1 or 2.
It's 2.
That'll be 125.
I suppose I'll just get the Ice Knife.
I'm gonna dispel my Mage Hand, waddle up to Arch, and jump on his shoulder, if he allows me.
Okay,
He does.
so you're all in the shop.
He's sad because he can't buy all the spells he wants.
Yeah. So he's not buying both scrolls.
Because I also have to have the gold to learn them, so...
Hey, Arch,
Yes?
you learn spells by studying them, right?
Correct.
Can I also teach you things? Does that work?
Do you have a spell book?
Nope.
I mean, I suppose we could try?
Just because now you're spending a lot of money on it, and maybe you can learn a few things without having to spend money on it.
Yes,
Just
the
as a
issue
bit
is
of a
that,
thank you for saving my life.
I mean, you've saved mine and my friends and everybody else's. It's just what we do,
Eh,
right?
still, you know.
We could always give it a shot when we get back, but
Anybody else going to peruse the shop?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look in the weapons and armor section, and any other wearable items: boots, belts, cloaks, hats, glasses, nail polish.
I honestly don't know what I would be looking for. I still find it very difficult to think of a magic item that would work for a cat.
A cloak.
Rings, cloaks, they all scale down to whatever wear size you are.
yeah. Bracers, boots.
Armor? I mean, technically, you could put on armor.
Goggles.
As long as she's got proficiency in it.
Imagine a tiny rope of the Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
Robe of Eyes.
All right.
How about a diamond worth 300 gold?
Oh, we have one of those right here. It's worth 300 gold.
Okay.
Insight check.
Okay, roll it. It's worth 300 gold, man. This man's telling the truth. His heart is really bad. The man's telling the truth. His heart is really bad, Patches.
Here you go.
You get his blood
300
pressure
gold.
up, you give him a headache. Thank you so much for your custom.
Also, here, have one of these.
Excuse me, what did you just do? Oh, my heart feels so much better.
Yeah.
How?
Save his shop, save his heart, still charges full price. See how this is?
At least
Your
he didn't-
friend is very disrespectful to somebody who's trying to run a business.
At least he
I
didn't
appreciate-
get shocked by the healing magic.
It was very soothing.
I
you know
apologize
what,
for
my young
scaring
friend?
you.
I cut the price in half for the other scroll, 75 gold, for your friend's efforts to help me in my poor heart.
73 gold.
He pushes buttons, doesn't he?
No, it's literally all I have.
Pandora's gonna put her paw on Arch's mouth.
I can cover the gold if you need. I still have a bit of money left.
I can also, if you need.
And
It
if you
is.
buy the scroll for me, I would also need another. He's counting all of his coins. Like 26 gold, 40 silver, and 70 copper pieces to be able to learn it once we get back to the end.
Here, take 50 gold.
Is that to me or to him?
To you.
To me? Okay.
I would give you
Yeah.
money, but I don't have any money.
Yes, you don't really have a place to store a purse, do you?
Don't I
Nope.
carry your money?
Question, friends. Does anybody have the 75 gold to buy the second spell I would like?
Yes, I'm paying it out of pocket right now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, my friend, for your custom.
Hooray! I promise I won't let a skeleton burn down your shop.
Thank you, my young friend.
You're welcome.
Mr. Othez,
Yes?
do you mind not telling anyone about me not just being a regular cat?
I don't think anybody would believe me.
Great!
Oh, good. That's helpful. That means that we won't have to see if you can dispel more than one fireball at a time.
His eyes narrow. His jokes are very uncouth and rude.
I don't joke. Don't betray the cat.
It's against the law
It's
to harm a
okay,
cat.
Arch.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that. Well, extra don't do it.
Yes, I don't want to be in trouble by the law or you.
Hey. This guy, he's a good guy. I'm glad you fixed his heart.
Anybody looking for anything in particular? Bags of holding, rings, cloaks, things of such nature.
Yeah, I'm looking for a type of cloak to help protect in any way, shape, or form. Maybe a cloak of protection.
What kind of items exist for telepathy?
It's a question for people who know more about magic items available. Wands are what I've come to mind.
Helm of telepathy?
I was thinking telekinesis. You said telepathy. I was thinking telekinesis.
No, telepathy, because I want to be able to still talk to my party members without having to talk.
Yeah, the helm of telepathy seems to be the thing.
So like that joke image I put up of that cat wearing the watermelon helmet.
It doesn't
my
let
God.
you communicate.
That was,
It doesn't let me?
No, it doesn't. Right? Yeah, it does. It sorta. You can cast detect thoughts. So long as you maintain concentration, you can use a bonus action to telepathically send messages to the person. You can also use your actions to cast the suggestion spell. And suggestion is once per dawn. Detect thoughts is as often as you like.
Okay. It's more that I don't want to reveal that I'm a talking cat all the time.
You just want to project your
Sometimes
voice
we've
into people's
gotten-
heads from nowhere. Gotcha.
Yeah.
1 level in Warlock. Great old one.
No. Oh, no.
You already
I'm
got
not
somebody
gonna go
that's-
into Warlock.
You already got somebody in your party with one of those in his head.
That is the one that would give you telepathy.
I mean, fair enough, but no.
With did you say with the helmet telepathy you can send telepathic messages? Because you can.
Yeah, you can, but only against someone who you have detect thoughts active on.
Right.
Here's something you could do. You could try Earrings of Message. They're from the Critical Role book, Call of the Netherdeep. They allow you to cast a message spell 5 times per day.
Isn't message focal?
You have to be able to see them.
Look, it's what I can find.
Wish I could give you sending.
That'll be nice. It's continuously cast sending during the day. That works.
Hello.
There's
Poopy?
a item called Spy's Murmur. If you know a creature that is also wearing one, you can telecommunicate telepathically. And as a bonus action, you can allow that creature to hear everything you hear for up to an hour.
Oh, that's useful.
Mm-hmm.
Have one of you guys wear that, and then I'm wearing that, and then... Ooh. If I'm then on a little spy mission in a tiny crawly hole, then you can listen to what I'm hearing.
Just
That's actually really useful.
Just hope no one nearby has the gossiper's ear cuffs. They let them listen to mental conversations within 120 feet.
Why did you have to say that out loud so the DM heard?
Specifically for that reason.
How
We don't. We have.
much would that be? Even?
He doesn't have one of those.
Aww.
I don't have many magic items. The cloak I do not have. I have what you see here in this cabinet.
What is in the cabinet?
A bunch of rings and small objects, circlets, and a few potions, some gems.
All right. What type of rings are these?
One moment. I have my DMG right here. I have this ring right here. It is a ring of Featherfall. It's activated. You fall very safely to the ground. Take no damage. 60 feet, no less, or no more. And then this one right here, it is a ring of jumping.
Ring of Jumping, you say? What does that do?
Oh, you can jump. It's like a jump spell. You just whenever you want to, but only you.
That does sound useful.
Imagine how high I could jump.
I'm just looking up what the jump spell does.
Like it doubles or triples your jump range.
It just triples your jump distance. And you can cast it as a bonus action as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
500 gold for that one.
500, you say?
Mm.
That's about double what I have. No, actually, no, never mind. I do have that on me. I need to remember that platinum can be exchanged down.
To Erethium.
Let's keep that one in mind.
And we have a couple more rings here. This is a ring of warmth, and this one is a ring of telekinesis.
Ring of telekinesis.
That's a good one.
It's very expensive.
Moving around things with my mind.
How expensive is this ring? Can't be that expensive. The final thing was like sort of to himself low.
It will go for about 6,000.
All right. And what does a ring of warmth do?
Oh, you can never be cold as long as you're not, actually in ice. There's a limit to it, and fire doesn't hurt you nearly, cold does not hurt you nearly so much. Somebody throws an ice knife at you, like your friend here, if he gets mad at you, I can see that happening. And he throws an ice knife at you, half as much. Not as much as
never throw things like that at friends. Ever.
And how much is the ring of warmth?
Oh, that one. It keep having to change screens. Only have one monitor. That one would be about 250.
Well, I can wear 2 rings. I'll be buying the ring of jumping from you if you don't mind.
Yes, that would be. What it was 500.
500.
Yes.
I trust you don't mind me playing in platinum.
I love platinum. It's so pretty.
Here you go, 50 platinum pieces.
Wonderful. He slides it off the counter into somewhere behind his counter.
And the ring of... Actually, I need to keep in mind how many I can attune to, that's right.
I increased it from 3 to 5 for this campaign.
Oh, right. And the +1 full plate I have don't require attunement. Regular +1, +2 armors do not. Let's see. I am currently attuned to the Shield of the Fallen, the Glaive of Accuracy, I have a Clear Spindle Ion Stone. Don't think I'm attuned to it, though. I'm attuned to a Stone of Good Luck. Oh, and of course, Hope's Edge. So, yeah, this ring will then be the 5th, so...
Is that all you want? I have these wonderful gems here.
No, the ring will do.
Alright, okay. Anybody else? I have gems.
No, I'm fine over here. But thank
I'm
you.
only in
do
the
like
market for
shiny things.
Stevens.
I do not understand your friend's comment. Stevens, what does this have to do with anything?
You only have gems. I want Stevens.
I don't only have gems, I have scrolls. Look around you. Are you blind?
You said if I was interested in gems. I'm not interested in gems. I'm interested in people named Steven. Not people named Jim.
He's a very odd man.
Arch, I think you should stop talking now.
You hurt my head.
Yeah. My father
Instead
used
of my
to say
heart,
that
now you
a
hurt my
lot. Here, take some of the gold we gave you and rub it on your face. It'll make it feel better, I bet.
If this is all today, I think I'll be closing shop early.
I do not blame you for that one.
Little cat. Cat, wait, do you have a name?
I do.
Can I know it? Because I feel weird just calling you cat. That'd be like you yelling at me person over and over again.
I mean, you guys haven't asked, so that's why I haven't told you.
Okay, well, I just asked if I could know it, please.
Well, Ella asked once, but it was kind of not the right moment to ask for a name, and then kind of skipped over it and never came up again. But the name's Pandora. Or,
Okay.
well,
I was about to say, it's a fascinating story, but the point is, can I know you? All right, Pandora. I'm going back to the inn to read these scrolls and try to put them in my spell book. I'm not sure if you got your milk. I paid for the milk. Did you get the milk?
I think we left before I got the milk, but that's fine. It
Okay.
should still be there.
All right. Would you like to go back and get the milk?
Yes.
Excellent.
Also, that witch that you guys kind of fought and stuff, she used to call me Patches, so I mean, it's up to you.
Well, I mean, it's your name, so it's up to you.
I mean, I'm comfortable with either, so
What is a name?
The thing you call
that
somebody
is a
by.
very good and very deep question there, Ella.
No, it's very simple. It's what you call somebody.
A miserable pile of secrets.
What?
Why would you bring up my grandfather?
What?
All right, Patches?
Yeah.
Pandora. I like that better. Pandora, I'm leaving. Would you like to come along?
I mean, I'm still sitting on your shoulders, so yeah.
Oh, I thought you hopped off. All right, let's go. Thank you, Arkken. He tries to whisper, but is very bad at it.
You're welcome. He whispers back badly.
And Arch's intention is to go back to the inn and spend the next 4 hours and the prerequisite 150 gold to copy those 2 spells in his spell book. So GM, let me know when I hit the breakpoints when I can do those rolls.
Okay.
I'm just going to
As-
comfortably sit on his desk or wherever he's doing this and just
On the scrolls.
lay there.
Oh, and I will make sure I get the milk and take it up to the room with us.
How much milk does 1 gold buy?
Enough.
A lot.
A cow.
I just imagine they like roll in a cask, crack it open, and go, have at it.
Dunk the cat in it.
No!
Hold the cat onto the milk until the milk is gone.
Drink it! Drink it! Where are the other cats going?
chug, 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 chug.
All right, cat, are you ready to shotgun a cask of milk?
1 gallon of milk is 2
upside
silvers.
down. It's funny how we went from hating each other to just being best pals, isn't it, Arch?
Hey, you know, you helped my friends. That's good enough.
yeah.
As long as you don't eat my bird.
It's not really a bird, though.
Sounds like a conversation we can have at some point.
Is that your cat?
No.
No. Cat was hungry. Anyways, as the morning progresses, the sun is rising. You find yourself resting in your various places at the inn. Arch is studying his scrolls, preparing them for entry into a spell book. A city guard comes by and says, "We need to see you this evening. We have a meeting Paul will specifically request that you come. He says that's
Well,
to the first one of you that he sees.
Well, of course.
Come by at about 4 p.m.
4 p.m. We'll be there.
Does this city have a watchtower somewhere?
Yeah, there's several around. Some with bells, some without.
All right.
There's no Big Ben situation going on there, but there's a few clocks attached to larger buildings such as the courthouse and some of the temples. Arch, why don't you go ahead and make your rolls? You guys aren't just doing nothing but resting. You guys really haven't had a long rest yet, so let's assume that starts now.
Okay, Ice Knife is fine.
There you go.
And so's the other one. All right, cool. I need to pull them in.
Go ahead and work on that.
So after he's written all his spells or new spells
As
down and all that.
As he's doing that, he's very much concentrated on his own work. You hear a tapping on the window, Nari, or Patches.
I glance over.
It's a cat. Looking right at you. Blinking a little bit.
I'm gonna stare back.
Way.
Is it a familiar cat?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm gonna stand up, do a big stretch. I will be right back. And then I'm gonna waddle over.
Arch is in full study mode. He does not even acknowledge your existence at this moment.
That is fine. At least I informed you of me waddling off.
I do not have the names that I gave you, unfortunately.
Didn't I pin those in our chat?
You might have. Let me check. Pinned messages, yes.
Yeah, a little bit above the thing that I pinned. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, the image. Yeah, I see it. It is Janessa.
Yeah.
Janessa's outside, and you recognize her by her fur pattern.
Yeah, so I would be kind of looking at her where to go, whether she wants me to go outside or whether we're meeting inside.
She steps in her cat form. She steps out of view and then turns around and opens the window with a human hand. And
yeah, and then I'll waddle out the window.
She's perched up on the edge of the wall, as it's was built with the outside visible, like, bracing. Some of those older houses have. They're stucco with bracing up the sides. She's perched very precariously up there, but she seems very natural and comfortable up there.
Yeah.
So, as I understand it, we're going to have a meeting this evening where they're going to send you into the forest. We need you to take Maribel with you. She needs to get into the forest to find the Wyvern Stones. And she has to come with you. You need to convince your friends to take her.
Right now?
When the meeting happens, we'll have Maribel show up, and you need to convince them to take her. We'll take her. The mission's of utmost importance, and I believe actually aligns with the mission that you're going on.
So is there anything I could possibly say that you can tell me right now that I can use?
I believe that the necromancer who's controlling this army is in league with lycanthropes that use the Wyvern Stone as their base, their hunting ground. Well, the Wyvern Stones are a part of her family legacy, she says. If we can unlock its secrets, perhaps we can get rid of these lycanthropes forever.
Okay, well, then I think I better gather everyone first. Um, can we set up a meeting with Mirabelle in a little bit then, so they at least know who we need to take with?
I believe that can be arranged before you guys head out to the meeting. I will,
That'd be preferable.
if it'll help. She seems uncomfortable with the request because they like working on their own and in secret. Asking outsiders for help is very much weird to them.
Mm-hmm.
But desperate times call for desperate measures, including changing your own personal rules.
Like, it
I will
means a
see.
lot that you trust me right away.
Well, cats must stick together, shouldn't we? She winks at you. Here this afternoon before your meeting, and she jumps off the wall, transforms into a cat, lands on her feet, and scurries off.
Right? Time to gather the group, I guess. Go back
So it's
inside to see how far Arch is with his studies.
he's about halfway through at this point, giving you plenty of time to think about what to say. You guys have anything that you want to do during this rest period besides just sleep and or study? And how long would that take you to do, Soundscream?
4 hours.
Okay, so you would not have an ability to get a long rest, seeing how it's early morning when you went to Otha's shop and the meeting's at 4 p.m.
Yep, I figured.
Okay.
So I'd like to gather everyone a little bit before Arch is done, so I can at least start with talking to them.
Okay, so you will not be able to interrupt Arch without ruining the entire process of him copying the scroll into a spell book. So you have to leave and go find the others. And go ahead. They're in their respective rooms, probably sleeping. Unless somebody wants to say something else.
No.
Nope.
Who do you go to
Well,
first?
then I'm going. I'll think I would first go to Ella. The way I'm waking them up is by just walking over to their face and then gently pawing at their noses. That's how I'm gonna wake each of them up when I get to them, if they're asleep.
How cruel.
How is that cruel?
My nose, it is big.
Yeah, so I can still paw at it. I'm not using my nails.
Well, thank fuck for that.
So yeah, first Ella.
Good morning.
Afternoon.
What? Afternoon. Did I sleep that long? Huh.
Kind of, yeah. I don't blame you.
That's odd. Well, anyways. Hey, is there something the matter?
A little bit. Um, so we're gonna kind of head off into the forest soon, right?
Yeah, that's the whole incident going on there that we need to stop.
Um, I have something or someone we kind of need to bring with us. And it would be great if you could help me convince the others.
Someone we need to bring with us. Why?
Well, basically, there's these bunch of lycanthropes running around, basically using their hunting grounds, base, all that. And this person, needs them gone from there because it's kind of like a very important place to her.
I'm confused.
And I'm bad at explaining it, okay? But we're gonna meet her before we go to another meeting because apparently we've been called to a meeting or something. I haven't heard about it, but that's fine.
So we're going to the forest and bringing this person to get rid of the lycanthropes.
Yes.
And who is telling
And
you to do that?
some friends.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not lying. Sure, I'll wrote this one.
Are they mutual friends? Would they be our friends?
I'm gonna send you something, Nari, real quick.
Okay. I will wait with giving my answer till you've sent me your thing, because I don't know whether that has something to do with it. The tension is rising. I mean, they are friends.
I see. So no harm will befall us, right?
No harm that would otherwise not be done.
Well, that's a peculiar way of saying it.
I'm
And you
just
swear
saying that we're
upon
probably gonna get
Saloon.
harmed there anyway, and then, it won't bring more harm than is gonna happen anyway.
You swear upon Saloon.
Yes.
Well, then okay. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to help convince the rest of them, since I don't really have any arguments.
Well, she's gonna come over, and then I'm gonna have her also do her bit, her say of what's going on. And if you could vouch for her, that'd be great.
So I have to vouch for her.
Well, I will too, obviously, but it would be nice to have someone else already, having my back.
Well, Pandora, I will be vouching for you and your decision to bring her along, and
That
she'll be
works.
your responsibility. I will not vouch for a person I don't know at all.
What if I tell you that my friends are worshippers of Sharess?
Roll religion.
Sure.
Shares is the goddess of festivals, hedonism, and sensual fulfillment. With a 20, I will tell you that she has a different past. Where at one point she was the god of cats. And she is an ally of Saloon.
Yeah, well, it's slightly more appeasing, but I still don't know the people.
Well, as long as it helped a little bit.
Indeed. I will trust you on this. And if worse comes to worst, we will just bring her down.
I hope it doesn't have to come to that.
No, me neither. But it is what it is. Sometimes we just need to kill the people around us. It's okay.
What?
Now, let's get breakfast. Have you woken up the others?
No, I was gonna head to Arkken next.
Okie dokie. Well, you
So good
continue
luck with
now.
that.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to scurry off to go to Arkken. Then do the same thing to wake him up.
What? Who? Huh?
It's like being
Oh.
woken by the ship's cat.
Pandora. Mon. Evening. Noonin. Something.
It's a new one. Fetch Dora. That
Well-
sounds funny.
Well, you know, new names and all.
Right. So now that we're on a first name basis, I have a favor to ask.
All right. Just one question. Does it involve pirates?
No.
Well, that's boring. But all right. What is it?
So I've been told we have a meeting this evening.
Indeed, we're meeting with Harville at around 4
Right.
o'clock.
Right. So we're probably going to get sent into the forest, and I have someone that needs to come with us because, she kind of needs to go there and fix things. And then I kind of need to bring her. And I was hoping that you could also vouch for her, or at least vouch for me for choosing to bring her. And yeah, that.
Well, sure, we can bring her.
Beautiful. I should have come to you first.
Well, you confirmed she isn't a pirate, so no worries from me.
Do you know if Koji will take it that easy?
I mean, as long as you can convince him that there will be no burden, then I assume so. If nothing else,
Alrighty.
you know Koji's at. He's a decent fellow.
Yeah, he is. Alright, I'm gonna see if he's awake.
Well, have fun with that.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna start
skedaddle
shop-
on the wall. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna sharpen my axes or something, since I'm awake now.
As Pandora skedaddles, she's gonna go, "Thank you!"
You're welcome.
and then run over to Koji.
Koji, you're being walked on.
Oh, Coach is already awake.
Yeah, Koji is oiling his scales, apparently.
It's a thing Dragonborn need to do to not ruin their armor.
I just said oiling his tail. I was like, just his tail?
No, it's the
No.
scales.
His scales, not his tail.
Morning.
Well, hello there. Might I ask a favor of you?
Depends on the favor.
Well, I've heard we're going to the woods soon, and then there's this whole thing of us having to go there and do something. But I have something that there's someone that I would like to bring along. I promise she won't be a burden. Can I do that?
Do you trust the person you're bringing?
Yes.
Good enough for me.
Really should have gone to Arkken and you first. Wow.
I trust your judgment. Who's been giving you difficulty?
No one.
All right.
All right, so this person is also gonna meet with us in a bit, so yeah. Figured it would be a good idea to actually have her meet you guys first. So you can also hear from her why and such.
At the very least, a good idea so we don't attack the wrong person in a fight.
At that too. Alright, so now I only need to tell Arch, but he's currently still writing stuff. So I'm just gonna sit there and wait until he's done.
I wish you best of luck with that.
Oh, it's really easy.
So you go back to Arch's room and he's still studying, so you perch up on his desk and you just stare at him.
I'm gonna sit on one of the scrolls that he's already used. Or is done
It's
with.
gone.
And then I'm gonna indeed just
They're destroyed when he reads them or when he uses them.
Aw, is it not just paper that's left?
Mm-mm. No, they're completely gone.
Aw. Well, then I'm gonna sit on the one that you're currently busy with, but in a way where you've already passed it, that's the part I'm sitting on.
Does
you can
the
just
absent-minded, just because cat present, somehow everybody always knows it and always gives it scritches. So absent-mindedly, he's giving you scratches as he's writing with his other hand.
Start purring immediately.
Chicken
And just
making a
keep
weird
staring at
sound.
you.
He just mumbles under his breath, "This chicken makes weird sounds."
It
As
has
he
no
writes.
feathers.
Keep staring.
You finish up your scrolls as per your roles indicated. You have a cat in the way.
Oh, it's Panches.
What? You guys have weird names for me.
Well, I was able to learn these spells. They should make me a little bit more elementally flexible.
That's nice. So, I have a friend of mine meeting us soon, and I kind of want her to
Is it
come
Koji?
with us when we.
Oh,
No,
her. That
and I,
couldn't be Koji. Is
and
Ella a
I
girl?
kind of want her to come with us when we go to the woods.
Oh,
Koji enters the room in a dress. So,
is this friend of yours going to be someone we have to take care of, or someone that will help us, or a neutral party?
I don't precisely know. I think she's gonna be of use as well, but she's gonna be here in a bit, and then you can ask her yourself.
Ah, okay. That's fine. I just need to know if she's a responsibility of mine or not.
No, she's a responsibility of mine since I want to bring her along.
Well, if she's a responsibility of yours, then she's a responsibility of mine. It's how friendship works.
Ella said that it was my responsibility.
Ah, well, perhaps Ella looks at things differently than me. But if it's important to you that this person comes with us and is taken care of, then I will do what I can. I'm hoping we get a chance to rest before we go into the forest because I'm not at my best at the moment, and I would like to alleviate that.
Right. I have a fun spell I can teach you, I think.
Oh, what does it do?
You can walk on walls and ceilings and stuff.
Like a chicken with really long talons.
Does that sound like something you're interested in?
It's something we could work on. I think we've got a meeting here in a little bit, but after
Yeah,
that, it's something we could work on in our free time, because I could see where that would be helpful.
Well, then I'm gonna quickly go downstairs and see when she arrives, then I'll just call you all over, I guess.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. You guys settled your business of agreeing to meet this lady. The Janessa shows up in her human form with a young elf. If any of you are downstairs, you will see the cat greet these two. Sorry, who's waiting? Like, just you, Patches?
Ela would be there.
I think I would be the one actually waiting for them, but Ela can have joined me. Yeah. I would just sit on top of a table, just staring at the door, waiting for people to show up.
Okay. So you see Janessa approach, and she has the young elf woman that you met that one night and had your little adventure with them. And
Mm-hmm.
they both come to the door and they see you. And Ella, you're waiting?
Yeah.
Okay. And takes note of you. Ella sees you and says, gather the rest of your friends, little woman. We'll meet in the back room.
I will gather everyone and take them to the right place.
Okay. You would know from your time with them, short though it may have been, was very informative about how to get to that room without having to go through the walls. Secret panel inside of a back pantry room off to the side, a disused area. And this is a quiet little room with no windows, with one table and a few chairs, and a lamp, which is lit.
I'm gonna sit on the table, smack down in the middle.
Flop, schluck, suction kept there.
Yep.
Thank you for meeting us, young adventurers. We have much to discuss and so little time to discuss it in. But this is Maribel, and she has need to get to the Wyvern Stones inside the forest. As I know it, you're going to be having a meeting soon to go into the forest, and, well, she needs to come with you. Yes, young Arch?
Why does she, how do you know who I am?
That's
I
my
told
business to know.
Oh, okay.
And that.
That makes sense then. Why does she need to get to the stones? What are the stones? How are the stones?
Why are the stones? Oh, sorry. I thought we were doing a thing.
I thought so too.
So, the true story, known very little by anybody, is that the Hullock Forest was once, well, everybody knows this, but the Hullock Forest was once part of the greater Cormanthor forest, controlled by the elves. The Wyvern Stones were once part of the family holdings at Amarathar, put that in over here.
Man of complicated name. Gotcha.
The Amarathar family has ruled over that section of the forest for centuries, but it's been millennia since they've actually had any power there, since the fall of the Elven nations. The Wyvern Stones are part of their holdings, and as young Maribel here says, well, those holdings are accessible through the Wyvern Stones, but only her family, or people of her blood, can actually access it. There's belief that whatever's stored inside could aid in disrupting the efforts of the necromantic army and the lycanthropes that hold the Wyvern Stones. She has worked with us to gather information, and she needs to get to that. I promised her. After working with her, I trust her, and I love her in my own way, like a sister. And I wish for her to be successful in her mission. But I and my friends are more secretive and more silent, and not quite as martial as you. And we need your power and your help to get her there. And Maribel sitting there quietly, looking around at you, gauging your reactions to this.
I'm also keeping a close eye on my friends to see their reactions.
Would it be possible for me to do a history check to see if any of this
You can.
is something I've read about?
Yeah, you can roll it. It's ancient knowledge. I mean, they were abandoned. If you want to roll it, yeah,
I did.
not 20. Sorry, they didn't get
a
the
vibe
DM.
check.
You can vibe checker, yeah. So with a 20, you would know that
Alright, so
Wyvern
vibe
Stones have
check,
been.
that's an attack.
That's an
She is
insight
being
check.
she's being truthful, but she's also not telling you some information likely related to her. Janessa is the lady doing all the talking, the human lady. She is not telling you much about, how she got this information, other than what Maribel's told her and what she's done to help. She's mostly keeping her story related to Maribel and the Wyvern Stones. But in that, she is being open and truthful with that knowledge. But you can tell she would be guarded if you asked tangential questions. With the 20 that you got on that history check, you would know that the Wyvern Stones were held by a druidic circle that had long since abandoned it about 300 years ago. And the elves have lost control of that even longer before that. So
I'm familiar, out of character, Sin. I'm familiar with how Hulk Forest had got its name and who Hulk was. Would that check be strong enough for Arch to put those two and two together?
it's possible that you would have inklings of that, but you'd need at least a 25 to have solid knowledge. You'd be more or less wondering about the multiple possibilities, and none are greater than the other.
Yeah. All right. So, but from what I can remember from my history, this kind of jives. And was the House of Amaranthar? Were they good? Were they bad? Were they just people? Was it just a family? Did they have any kind of reputation? Is there anything where I'm like, oh yeah, we'll help you get back to your family? Oh, silly me, I forgot that Amaranthar was actually an evil necromancer and ate babies, right?
No, none of that. They were elves who had their own elfish desires for essentially good and peace, and the area in which that is in fell into druidic control, who maintained that peace and that sense of goodness. There is you would know that that area of the Eldath of the Hulk Forest was previously known for its ties to Eldath, the god of peace. That helps. In
I'm
your knowledge
casting
of,
a spell.
Go ahead.
I'm casting message to Pandora. It's in the chat.
Are you? What do you mean by compelled?
I'm asking
Why
her
I
why.
wants to help
Basically,
them.
why is she helping him? Like, what's compelling you to do this? Not the spell compelled. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can still reply, and it would be telepathically still, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Right.
So only you can hear my message, and only I can hear your response.
Do I need a reason why I want to help friends?
You can roll insight on that.
Arch wouldn't.
Okay. Now, Maribel, do you have anything to say? I only wish to. I don't have too many voices right now. So, Maribel responds, only that I wish for them to help me. This might be my one chance to help you as well, for the lycanthrope that hold the stones are desecrating it, and I believe that their knowledge of the area and, well, they are Malarites, followers of Malar, and their knowledge of blood would be extensive, for they only worship their god through the spilling of it. And I think, for what we've worked with Janessa and her friends, that your necromancer has used blood magic in his attacks on the city, in his underhanded, twisted sorcery.
Interesting. You seem to know of the necromancer we've been causing trouble for.
Everybody does now.
Yes, but you've been pursuing this since before that was common knowledge. So, what else
We
can you
believe
share about it?
We believe one of his major bases of operation are in the forest, meaning that they've been working with the lycanthropes for some time. And you might recall that, this is GM talking, that your Revenant friend was dropped off by a werebat with a strength potion.
Now, was it a werebat man or a werebat woman?
Man. And Ella promised to help him.
Yeah, the giant revenant rat, who was also a lycanthrope of some variety, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's a were-rat.
Yeah. Where red revenant rat
There.
man?
It's over there. That's where the rat is.
Were-rat Revenant.
Speaking of, we haven't seen him since.
Well,
it was
Where
only-
rat? There rat.
You haven't.
Everywhere rat.
So we get you to the stones, and then what?
Well, I'll try to enter into the hold and find out if the stories are true, that there is power there. And if I can activate the elf hold itself, I might be able to dispel the curse upon the stones in the surrounding area, for it has been desecrated by Malarites' magic.
Who?
The Malarites, the followers of Malar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is something they would do. Right, Ella? Is that something they would do? I know that.
Yes, well, typically any hunting ground that they would take would be scattered with blood and gore and used to glorify Malal. That's the basic knowledge you would have on that.
Do we go into the stones with you? Or are we just getting you to the stones and letting you handle it from there?
Well, as I understand it, they only work for good aligned beings. Would that be a problem for any of you? If any of you have hearts for evil or balance?
I think all of us are good except for Ella.
What do you mean with that?
The orphanage you burned down?
What?
Is
Say
that
what?
true? You burned down an orphanage?
I
No,
told you
it's
that in
not.
confidence.
No, it's not true. I just like to mess with Ella every once in a while. Because teasing the
Arch,
person
not
who
the
healed
time.
you. Well, when is the time? You guys always say it's not the time.
It's the
Well, I
time
thought I
when we
just
have a
forgot.
moment with drinks or something.
But I don't drink.
You can have
Do you
water. I
drink?
don't drink either. I drink milk and water.
Did you get that milk, by the way?
I did. It was good.
You're welcome.
Wasn't very cold anymore, but it wasn't warm either, so
So I'm sorry about that.
no worries. I decided to come along. Anyway, none of us are evil. That's what we're saying here.
Okay.
How does one
Um,
quantify that?
Can
Yeah.
you do bad things on purpose?
I kill people?
Are they good people or bad people?
You've seen the people I've killed.
Okay, you're good.
I'm just
I
a
mean,
bit
there
on the
is a
wild.
thing as the necessary evil.
Is there?
Very sometimes.
Oh, there's lawyers.
Yes. Very good example there, Arch.
and tax collectors.
Oh, I'm fairly certain
Prostitutes.
you're excused for killing those. I hope.
What'd you
Oh,
say?
what was that one?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
You said tax collectors. I said, I'm fairly certain you're excused for killing those.
Soundscream said prostitutes.
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
My curiosity
Lord
is, did
knows I have.
Did Arch say prostitutes?
No, Arch didn't.
Okay.
Soundscream said it. I'm not sure if Arch would know what that is.
No.
Like,
Probably not.
outside of like a strictly literary sense, anyways.
No.
Yeah. So we're in agreement. When you have this meeting, will you convince them to take me with you? I can come along if it would be helpful.
We don't really have to convince them. We just say you're coming. And if they say you're not coming, then I say we're not going. And then they get mad and say, but we need your help. And I go, well, then shut up and let me bring this person.
He can be very persistent.
We
I
are
can
usually
tell.
trusted when it comes to matters like that. We have usually been right in most of our deductions. So don't worry about it too much.
So I don't need to come with you? The less I'm seen, the safer I feel.
Well,
Why
then
would
let's
people
make
be
sure
upset
you're
if they
seen
see
less.
you?
Because I have a suspicion that they know I'm trying to reach the stones. The lycanthropes, I mean.
Right, but it's not like we have like a werewolf sitting out at the table.
How would you know?
The smell?
You know they can take showers while in their human shape, right?
But how will they turn the knobs with their little paws?
Humanoid form. Arch, they'll look like you.
Well, if we see somebody that looks like me, we know that they're a were-arch, and we need to kill them.
A warch.
You're not very aware, Arch.
Pandora,
Wouldn't Arch need
I'm-
to bite someone for that to work?
let's find out. Pandora, come here.
What kind
Okay.
of what kind of special abilities would you get from being a were-arch?
Astounding intellect.
Sarcasm.
A crippling obsession
You'd
with chicken.
You'd smell like raspberries.
No, because apparently all were things smell bad, according to you.
No. But I smell good. I use my raspberry soap. Mom sends me.
Is that what that smell is?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit overly sweet, isn't it?
Well,
Just like Mom.
returning slightly to the point. Don't worry about it. We'll get you along. And if there's a werewolf in there, well, we'll deal with it as it comes. We've already killed giant hulking were-rats, and they're returned to revenant forms.
Yeah, and generally when they send us places, they just say, you go over there, and then they're never around. So I don't think it'll be a problem.
We're very autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, thank you. I'll await word for you. Here, I suppose, Janessa. I can wait here.
Oh, that does bring up a question. Who's Janessa, and what does she have to gain from all of this? I get why you're going, and I get why Pandora wants us to help you, because she said so, and that's good enough. But I don't know you, whatever your name was.
Janessa is also my friend.
You have a lot of friends.
A couple.
Do they all have you do all these favors for them all the time?
No, this is the first favor that's being called in. I don't think I owe any others, but you know.
Oh, why do you owe them a favor?
That's the thing. I don't think I owe them any favors. It's just a favor they've asked of me, and I'm fine with doing something for them.
Oh, kind of like me getting you the milk.
Yes.
I didn't owe you the milk, but I felt like doing it because I knew you'd like it if I did.
Yeah. Like that.
I see. But rocks aren't milk.
No, but
Astute observation, Arch.
Thank you. I'm good at classifying things. All right, so
Hello there, big boy. Janessa turns to Ella. Are you interested in something? When she gives you a sly look.
Well, I just heard that you can tell by the smell, so I was just trying.
Arch now also very awkwardly leans over and starts smelling her too.
Hang on, boys. Boys, please.
what is happening?
What?
I have to pay for that.
Yes, normally people. Okay, investigation.
Wait,
to answer
people
your
pay
question-
to smell you.
They pay for lots of things.
I've heard of that.
She smells musky, perfumed, and I don't know how to describe this.
Wolfie.
Urkel.
Feline.
Lycan.
She smells like
Steve
Pandora.
Ugh.
She smells like Pandora does. Yes, if you ever had Pandora in your face, she smells a bit like her.
Ah, you smell like Pandora. That's why you're friends. It all makes sense now.
What?
I feel like you all need to pay me back for the brain cells I just lost.
Does smell a bit like a kitty cat.
You were using those?
Not anymore,
Dude.
not.
She raises her eyebrows casually at you. Kind of like a, and what of it kind of look on her face.
Well, if
Oh,
she
well,
is
sorry.
a cat, then she needs to know not to eat my bird. That's all.
Your bird is not a bird.
You can feel free to smell me too.
Oh, maybe later, big boy. Anyways,
Koji,
I have work to
what's
do.
going on?
Maribel, stay
Awkward the
here.
way she keeps
What
saying
is
that.
going on is what is colloquially known as being horny. I don't think you know much about it. You're a married man.
What?
Boy,
But he's got horns.
you know what? You,
Janessa excuses herself.
you go.
Janessa and
please.
Mirabelle, I apologize for all
Run.
of this.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Maribel's just kind of just confused.
I mean, I've told you previously they're weird.
You did warn me.
There's some
Yep.
irony with a cat that can talk calling other people weird.
Actually, Arch, are you a dad?
Am I a dad?
Sorry, Arkken.
Well, I'm married, but we haven't had any children yet.
In that case, my point still stands.
How can you make kids when you're so far away?
Well,
Well,
you get a
some-
jar and a messenger.
No, but stop.
Wait, Arkken, does your race is it like normal bovines where you have calving season?
When a mommy Arkin and a daddy Arkin love each other very much.
Arkken Ironrunner is not going to dignify that with a proper answer.
I wonder
Oh.
if there's a book on Minotaur husbandry back in that scroll shop. We can get this fixed up. Your line must continue.
My head. What were the last 10 minutes? I'm going to the meeting now.
Yeah, I
Are
think
you,
that's a
are
good
you
idea.
trying to suggest that we are going to forcefully dirty Sanchez him? Is that what you're saying, Nexus?
I'm saying that's how you do with cows.
You know, I didn't know that, and I'm not happy that you have educated me today, sir. And I'm glad Chad can't see that. They don't need to know. They do not need to know. All right.
Sometimes they say knowledge is power. In this case, it actually deals damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even a bot.
Yep. What time is our other meeting? Because I think we've exhausted the avenues that this meeting's conversations can go.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
so I
I just
think I
know
need to
that
get
we're
something to
having a
eat.
meeting.
Arkken
He
already
can
left.
eat after this. She is going to be a good companion.
I don't know if anyone has been told when or where or how, but I don't know. I just been
And
told we
did
have
she
one.
say what her name was?
Barracks, 4 o'clock.
Did she say what her name was?
Maribel.
Maribel. Ah, Maribel, come with me. I have. We can make sandwiches. And I reach out my hand to her.
She daintily takes your hand and allows herself to be escorted out to the front room where there are muttons and breads and lettuces and tomatoes available.
I walk with her. I, hand, escortion over there, and then I make her a sandwich.
I am going to run after Arkin, see if I can catch up to him.
Arkken, why are you putting a piece of bread on top of her head?
What?
I am an idiot sandwich.
Sorry, Arch. I keep
Making
getting
her a
you two
sandwich.
mixed up.
Arkken is not going to speed walk at full speed, but he is walking.
It's
Just
power walking.
yeah.
As always, I do have Reginald outside keeping an eye for something unusual. Just as a heads up. Like if, flaming skeletons start walking through the streets again or something like that.
Right. No, Reginald is not reporting anything unusual, just regular town movements.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, so you're aware. He's out there doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
From this point until afternoon 4 o'clock barracks meeting, how much time do we have?
Maybe like 30 minutes. But we can skip ahead to that time unless you want to do something else.
This is where my room is. You feel free to take advantage and use whatever's in there. We're going to go to the other meeting.
Very well. I'll wait for you here.
I'll flag down the innkeeper and says, "This is a friend of ours, so anything she needs, anything, just take care of her, and we'll pay it when we get back."
Very well. We've already paid well enough for milk, so I think I can cover that.
All right.
This one might have expensive taste, though.
Yeah, she might like.
I'll put it on your tab then. You can settle up with me later.
What would fancy milk be? Nutmeg? Do you put nutmeg in milk? And
Pepsi.
Arch mumbles to himself as he starts walking away.
Pepsi and milk.
Ugh.
Pilk.
I've
No.
had Pilk. It's not bad.
Yes, it is.
It's
Weird
better
even.
than you think.
It's better than you think, yeah.
It's better than you think.
Also,
No
aren't you a South State person? Don't you guys put like peanuts in cola?
No?
No.
What?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
I heard that was the thing. Like, just take some peanuts, put it in your cola. That's apparently a South State thing.
Okay.
I'll take your
Having
nuts and put them
lived
cold.
south of the Mason-Dixon my
Okay.
entire life, and way more southern than Cyntari, and way more redneck than Cyntari's ever lived, I can tell you I have never once heard or seen of anybody doing that.
Have you heard about floats, though?
But we know floats.
we
Well,
make
yeah, they're
floats all the time.
Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says so here. It has a page on Wikipedia. Peanuts and Coke, sometimes called Farmer's Coke, is a snack in the southern United States made of peanuts soaked in Coca-Cola.
Never heard of it. And I literally grew up as far south as you can go.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It sounds weird. Sounds very weird.
I could see it because, when you eat something salty, then following up with a sweet Coke would make sense. But
Anyways.
headed to the meeting.
So you guys
As we walk in, Arch is like, "No, seriously, Arkken, there are definitely markets for it. People pay large sums of money for it to, make sure that their baby cows are of high quality."
I'm just
At
waiting
this
for the
point,
punch.
Pandora would be on Arken's shoulders and kind of trying to cover Arken's ears with her tail and one of her paws.
I mean, based off of your physical attributes, I assume that we could probably make a decent amount from it, considering if your missus is okay with it.
Please do not
I would like-
insinuate
I would like
that
her to assist. I don't want to be the
No.
collection person.
Uh,
I'm assuming that she has a greater degree of experience in that than I do, and would probably be more efficient.
Arch.
Arch,
I am a very, very patient man. But
Ow.
please. At this point, Arken's just gonna lift Arch up, kind of like under the arms, so he can't move,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and then look at him. I am very patient. I can take all the jokes, but please, for the love of all that is holy, keep my wife out of it.
okay.
She
We'll let
makes
Koji do it.
I'd
Yeah,
like to be
alright.
left out of this conversation,
And that's how
please.
Arts died.
Oh, all right, so at this point, he's gotta kind of grab him by the legs and just swing him about a couple of times, just until he gets those weird thoughts out of his head.
Athletics check.
Do you know how Krillin gets impaled by Frieza?
Yeah.
But I'm essentially grabbing him by both feet and then just spinning until there's enough blood in his head for him to realize that what he just said was terrible.
I'm trying to keep whatever he says out of your ears, but I'm not doing a very good job. I'm sorry.
You want to
Not
roll
your
a
fault.
strength check?
Strength check, sure. I have good strength.
You successfully pick him up and spin him around a couple times, just enough to get the blood to his head going before you're forced to set him down for fear of losing your grip. The display of strength and the words given to you might give you pause to rethink your line of questioning.
It might.
I'm fine with might. It's better than not at all. All right,
For
let's
what
go.
it's-
Let's
what
go
is-
to.
For what it's worth, I'm very sorry that my joke led to this.
It's all right. We'll keep it in the past for now.
I have a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think Arkken has?
No, don't answer that.
Arkken also has a headache from his line of questioning. That's what I'm pretending. No, never mind.
Is it because I just wear a loincloth? Should I wear more clothes?
It's fine.
Once,
I'm
God
just saying, some pants when you're dashing around would really help.
Pandora moves on to the top of Arkken's head and kind of just leans in between the horns.
Or a kilt, at the very least.
You can wear me as a hat.
Actually, you would rock a kilt.
Could consider it, and it is a rather comfortable hat. Now let's see what Harwell wants before.
We
Well, who
lose
knows?
all our sanity.
I'd say before we get attacked by something else or the lycanthropes start doing whatever to the stones, but sure. Let's get going.
Right?
So you go inside of the guard barracks after having a little conversation outside and spinning the
Let's
mage
go with
around.
that.
New party trick, spin the mage. Gathered around the central meeting room, there is a table with the maps drawn out, laid out, and lots of markings. Not markings, but markers, like little figures and stuff like that, indicating different things. You know, just basic pieces, blocks of wood to indicate lines, and other cones and different shapes to indicate different things, like supplies and whatnot. There's this one for the city, indicating the placement of guards and guard patrols, forces and stuff like that. And there is a heated argument between the guard captain and the commander Coldrun of the Purple Dragon Knights, with Harwell trying to do his best to mediate to prevent things from getting out of hand.
Hey, he's
And to
got a
top it
meeting
off,
that's
we had
getting
to
out of
send
hand.
them in there to help when you wouldn't. You keep bringing that up, and I told you why we have to reserve our forces for the main counter-thrust. And when is that going to be? The siege is holding, and you are doing nothing, because I've been asked to hold. And yeah, Harwell, here they are. Harwell turns around to see you. It's 4 o'clock already, thank God.
Technically, it's 3:30. You guys go ahead.
Whatever, we'll have the meeting early. It'll save me a headache. Look, we need
Pandora's gonna act like a cat again.
to send you into the forest to disrupt whatever's going on in there. Disrupt their supply lines, attack them from behind, take out their leadership, whatever you can do. We need them diverted so we can perform this counter-offensive.
So you want us to take on guerrilla tactics on them?
Anything possible. We just need their attention diverted elsewhere. Some of their forces broken off into some sort of diversionary feint. And we believe that you can do it, based upon your performance in the city, how you easily crushed the undead force and brought low that demon. I watched. There's a little bit of my mental abilities left to me. We opened up a scrying to see what's going on. You performed admirably. You saved the city, or that portion of the city, and allowed us to conserve forces for this counteroffensive. If you can do this for us again, this country of Cormia owes you a debt of gratitude. The city already on its own owes you a debt of gratitude.
Can I ask a question?
He braces himself. You can see him close his eyes for a moment. Go ahead.
So the group under the command of Commander Coldrun, what percentage of their job in general would be, saving the city and dealing with threats like the one you're sending us out to? Roughly what percentage?
If you're trying to imply that this is their job but not yours, now's not the time.
No. That's not my point.
For the record, I believe we are taking the job.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yes, we are. We're going to do it. That's not a problem. Just what percentage?
It is his job to take care of these things, and
So 15,
he turns
20,
his back.
30%.
He turns his back completely on the captain and looks squarely at you. And it is within his rights to handle his forces however he chooses to, in the belief that he could use them more effectively in a different manner. Now,
Right.
our disagreements about what he does with his forces are largely semantic.
Right, but I'm talking financial. So, if it say that's 30% of his job, and how much does his salary plus all of his people's salary put together? What's that number?
Are you wanting to deduct from his pay and give it to you, some sort of punitive motion?
That sounds like what he's going for, yes.
You know, I didn't think about going that far. I just wanted that much, but that would work too. Because if he's just going to sit around and have us do his job, then he doesn't
Come
need
here.
that money.
Harbor waves over. Come here, young Arch.
I'm just saying there were people who could have
No,
died
come
today
here,
because of him.
come here.
And I don't like people that get people killed.
Arch!
Come here.
Arch!
But he's a jerk.
Listen to Harwell for a moment.
Come here.
Yeah.
He waves you over,
God punch.
and he puts his arm around you. I have something to show you, my friend. And he starts walking you into the back rooms.
Why do I have a feeling I'm not going to like whatever this is?
Oh, you're not going to like it at all. And he takes you into the back room and
Ooh.
back down the hallway, down into the lower prison, and he shows you the body of the Revenant Renan. It's still there. He hasn't resurrected. This defies all rules about revenants.
Right. Well, I'm sure the necromancer that we've been dealing with is probably strong enough to manipulate that spell.
That's my suspicion as well.
Mhm.
So wherever you're going out there, you're likely to be hunted.
Right.
In fact, if the rumors are true and all of the information is true, there will be lycanthropes out there possibly working with the old man, the necromancer you so named. It is great danger that we're going to be sending you into, probably greater than you've ever faced. And so I am going to do something for you that you may come to regret. And he holds out a ring and offers it to you.
Marriage.
I'm not into guys.
It is the ring of the war wizards, my young friend. I'm doing a field induction, promoting you into our ranks as an honorary member until we can have the proper ceremonies and classes.
No, we're not.
You decline?
I don't answer to anybody but my friends and my mother.
Very well,
And
then.
as much as I appreciate that, and I'm sorry, there are people who died because of him today. And
And there are people he may save later with his counteroffensive breaking their lines.
Do you actually believe that?
No, I don't.
Okay. All
But
right.
I'm not in control of his forces.
Right.
The line of
but he's a-
division between our groups is wide and vast, as thin as it may seem.
Understandable. I'm sorry. I'm probably making your day more difficult, aren't I?
It's okay. It was already
Did-
difficult before you
did-
arrived.
Did it make him angry though? I can't read people. Was he angry with what I was saying?
Oh, he was furious.
Oh, okay.
If,
Well, that's good.
If the laws of Cormir and my protection weren't extended to you, he might have had you arrested.
Then he would have lost all those men he was worried about.
Let's not start a little internal fight now. We need to work together.
I'm not going to. I'm done. I apologize. Look, I appreciate that. I would be happy to take the ring and use it, but I don't put myself under the authority of the war wizards. It's something enground into me from my mother's history. The place where she came from, they controlled all the magic, and now all of them are dead. So we don't bow and bend a knee when it comes to our actions. We're willing to help, but my allegiance is my own.
Interesting. Well, maybe
Okay.
you'll take this instead.
Independent contractor? Is that the term?
You already are an adventurer. Adventurers are independent contractors. You're under contract with this country of Cormyr through your adventuring contract.
I don't know if I signed one of those.
Then what you're doing is illegal, and I would keep that quiet.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize saving people was against the law.
No, it's taking contracts and money in exchange for violence and the things that adventurers do.
Huh. Like buy milk.
You could be licensed to operate inside of Cormyr as an adventurer.
Oh. I'm sure Koji took care of that. He's good at that kind of stuff.
Yes, well. That's neither here nor there. But I do want you to have this. He offers you a spindle crystal. Large, about the size of your hand.
Mm-hmm. Do I
You know what this is? Roll Arcana check.
Apparently
No.
No, I deal in real healing, not this crystal bull crap. My chakras are fine.
This, my friend, is a vestige of the times long past when the war wizards were first forming, and we needed to bring people into our ranks quickly and trained as quickly as possible to deal with crises. This is a learning crystal. Now, if you'll allow me, I can assist you in inserting it. Just hold still, and he kind of grabs you by the head and starts angling it towards your forehead. This may tingle. And he drives it into your forehead.
Okay.
Do you resist at all or take any action?
I don't think Arch would know what to do, and then it's in his forehead.
Knee him in the dick.
So it tingles.
Twist the stick.
Your brain just kind of lightning flashes across your head.
Oh, that thing's gonna have so much company up there.
And there. Oh, that seemed to be much easier than before. Have you been studying about armor wearing? Oh, well, that might have helped.
I mean, my father's a dwarf, so.
And you are kind of short.
I am not.
I mean, comparatively to the average human.
No, I'm not.
Well, how tall are you?
5'11".
Under 6 foot.
I'm 1 inch away from women wanting me.
See, well, that's what I'm saying.
Too close to home.
Oof.
You've been preparing for this, you've been studying it, and this falls within the purview of rewards, and now you need to write down light armor training.
Like proficiency in light armor?
Mm-hmm. I had to work hard to get this, called in a few favors, told him we had a potential candidate. I understand your concerns, and if my knowledge about your own history is true, then I understand. But we need your help, and I don't need you susceptible to danger and attack. The stronger you are, the more defended you are, the better success that this entire country will be able to achieve. We must work together.
I might be obnoxious, but at least you know I'm not here trying to destroy everything, right?
The crystal's gone, by the way. There's no crystal in your head. It disintegrated.
Crystal's always in my head. You know that.
Yeah, I know. So, let's get you back to your friends. Warn them about Renan. He'll be out there, likely hunting you down again. Revenants are spirits. They'll inhabit anybody, as long as they can pursue their vengeance.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm not strong enough to enact the countermeasures I have planned, but I've been reading on some things.
Keep reading, keep studying, and growing stronger. And maybe one day, if you wish, the Wool Wizards may have you in their ranks. We'll all be the better for it.
Yeah. We'll
Let me
see.
lead you back up to the front.
So you're saying you learned that at band camp, huh?
He just shakes his head. All right, Captain Laws, let's get back out there. Commander Cauldron has his own duties. And him and Captain Lars walk into another room and start discussing other matters where the commander goes over the map of the outer reaches of the town and the forest, where he starts moving pieces and shaking his head and devising new strategies or maneuvers.
I call this the Heimlich maneuver.
Hold on. Squeeze hard enough, the rest of the stuff comes out too. Like what? Their organs. Okay.
Might
At
break
this
a
point-
few ribs, but you know.
I call this hammer the Heartbreaker. If you attack someone's chest with it enough, it will eventually break their heart.
All right. So we're going to end the session there. We're just about the right time. You guys did really good, and go ahead and level up.
Woo!
Yay! Thank you.
What were we doing for HP?
Roll, and if you roll below average, you get average.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
I got you, babe.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and end the stream, and we'll level up off stream. Again, as always, Sen, thank you for running your game. Not sure which campaign we'll run next week, but assuming we have everybody, we will do a game next week of some kind. For anybody that's watching, thanks for sticking it out with us. I hope you guys had a happy and safe set of holidays for those of you who got to celebrate some. But otherwise, that's the end. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Or
Fabel!